Anderson and Curry for Edmonton, with Lowe and Fogelin on the defense. That's Kevin Lowe coming back to center, trying to hit Gretzky. Curry, number 17, hit him with the pass, and he was stopped by Murray. Wilson now boots it ahead to center ice. Went too far for Lysiak. The Hawks back to center to reorganize. Over on the far side, Lysiak watched it go back. Now he picks it up. He's at center, playing it ahead. Hawks come in for the first shot. It's wide. Here's another one by Lysiak that missed the net. Kevin Lowe in there with Gretzky. He saw Fogelin somehow and got the pass behind him. Fogelin coming in. Gretzky on the side. The shot stopped by Bannerman. Hit the crossbar. Nope. Some of the Oilers thought the puck was in the net. Gretzky is down there arguing. They go down. They score. Now wait a minute. It hit the goalpost up there. What is happening in the first 57 seconds of this hockey game?
Look, I'll tell you, Sather's upset. The Oilers are upset that there was no goal called behind Bannerman, but I don't think, Bob, that puck went in the net. It seemed to hit the crossbar and the goalpost and fell in underneath Bannerman. Now watch this. The puck goes into the corner. Gretzky centers it in front. I think it's Anderson deflects it. Watch the crossbar. Right there, hits the post, did not go in, came down right on the line, and underneath Murray Bannerman. He kicked it out. And now the other end. Look at this one. Great angle shot. Bingo. Right off that goalpost, Andy Moog's left. Holy mackerel, what a start.
Well, we didn't get trigger happy on the first shot. We sure did on the second one.
You're ready.
Oh.
But as it looked, Bob, on those replays, that puck didn't go in behind Bannerman.
Great stuff by the cameraman. One side and the other. Here's a shot that kind of knuckleballed its way into the net. And Andy Moog grabs it. But, you know, the two goaltenders, they don't want to have a start like this. What's happening?
Well, I'll tell you, there's a look at your scratches tonight. As Dave mentioned, Messier and Huddy out of the lineup. Those are the only changes. Troy Murray in the lineup for Chicago. Marsh out of the lineup. There's your other scratches. Habscheid, Knockbauer, Unger, Sear, O'Callahan, and Mulvey.
Tessier gets the final change, and he comes on with Savard, Secord, and Larmer. On the draw, goes to the corner. Randy Gregg is back there with Jackson, the two defensemen for Edmonton. Linsman is up front. Lindstrom and Posar. Number 10, he's in place of Messier. The Hawks, Larmer coming in. He left it. In back of the net, to the corner goes Savard, in around the net. Savard, who put on great dazzling display the other night. Here's his shot. And it looks like Savard is going to do it again tonight, the way he started in this game. No score, a minute and a half gone, first period. And the Oilers flip one in. Easy save for Bannerman. Hangs on to it. They're in around quickly. Sticks up high, a little pushing and shoving. From Chicago Stadium, this is Stanley Cup 83 on CBC. Play just underway, and right away the Hawks take no chances. With the Oilers in forechecking, they cleared down the ice. Coffey is back. Two players go to the ice. Bob Myers is the referee. He calls the play as they fall on the puck.
Now Gary LaRiviere on the ice for his first shift of the playoffs. As he's taking Charlie Huddy's spot. Charlie with those back spasms after that dangerous fall the other night. And there's LaRiviere's defense partner, Paul Coffey, going down on top of that puck.
Lee Fogelin, the captain of the Edmonton Oilers, was saying the other day, you know, he says, Bob, Chicago loses 8-2 and 8-4 in our rink, and when they come out here Sunday, they get a thunderous standing ovation. Unbelievable. This has got to be the greatest crowd in sports. Lee Fogelin. 1:55 gone in the first period. Lysiak comes in again. Dropped it right over to center. Gretzky is back there with Anderson and Curry, the Edmonton line. Long pass went by Curry down the ice. This is going to be icing. Wilson is back to touch it. Icing is called. Now we have a Stanley Cup update for you, folks. Here's Brian McFarland.
Dennis Potvin is the man to watch on Long Island as he puts the Islanders in front of the Boston Bruins by a 2-1 score on this rush with Tonelli. There's the shot by Potvin, finds the open corner. The Islanders in the lead, 2-1, back to Chicago.
Two minutes, 9 seconds gone in the period. We have no score. Here's Wilson getting set. Deflected by Lysiak just wide. Lysiak went after it in back of the net as Rich pressed him. Lysiak there to help him. Curry takes it for Edmonton. Can't move it out. Hawks do a bit of forechecking now. They look very spirited in this fourth game. Lysiak got in front. Coffey nearly put it in his own net. He just missed the post as he fired one quickly. Rick Preston's shot. That was blocked by LaRiviere. Lysiak can't get his stick on it. And the Oilers with Gretzky on a break. Coming in all alone. Scores! They had Gretzky up on top of the play and behind everybody. They saw him. He went. He saw Bannerman and the net. 1-0 Oilers.
Well, the often used play by the Oilers. Anderson, the head man to the Gretzky all alone. And look at that. Good angle shot. He banked it in off that post. Bannerman with no chance on the play. And you see Anderson spotting Gretzky just onside. 1-on-1. And Gretzky doesn't miss very often in those kind of situations. The Oilers love to headman the puck. Boy, oh boy.
So, 2:46, the time of the first goal. Here it is, the announcement.
By number 9, Glenn Anderson. At number 6, Gary LaRiviere at 2:46.
2:46, Anderson and LaRiviere assisting. There's a penalty coming up. Lindstrom was caught with a high stick. And the Chicago Blackhawks will get a penalty. Tonight's Stanley Cup playoff game is coming to you from Chicago Stadium.
Intentional, but nevertheless, the Oilers will go on the power play already leading by 1.
A high-sticking penalty. It's a minor penalty to Fraser. Offside called at the Chicago blue line. The scoring play again for you. Gretzky on a break set up by Anderson, who got the pass from Gary LaRiviere in his own zone at 2:46.
Gary LaRiviere getting right in the action in his first game, Bob. Good, solid defenseman.
Gary was saying today, when I asked him if he was nervous, well, he said it's like riding a bicycle. When you learn how, you never forget. No, that's being loose, I'd say. Here's a chance for Lowe, and a great save by Murray Bannerman. Must be tough for Bannerman coming into this game. He has won 4 and lost 3 in the playoff, and early in the game he had one behind him off the crossbar in the post, and then a minute later he looks up and here's 99 coming at him.
Well, he's a good solid goaltender. He's played well for Over Tessier all year long. Sharp trapper save there off of Kevin Lowe. The Oilers are dangerous anytime, let alone when they have the man advantage.
1-0 Edmonton. The goal by Wayne Gretzky. Murray slapped at it. Power play for Edmonton. They get it across the line, though. The Blackhawks do. Oilers shoot it back in. Wilson is going back. Lindstrom is still on there. Gets into the slot area as Lindsman wheels toward the blue line. Left it for Lowe. Flipped it in the side of the net. They score! Beautiful passing play with Posar in his first playoff game, giving the Oilers a 2-0 lead. Vince won on a power play.
Well, the forgotten Yaroslav Posar is in the action. A good play by Kevin Lowe, and Posar by himself cuts in front. You saw Lindsman go flying through the middle of your screen. He took out the Chicago defenseman. There, Lindsman starts to play out, heads for the front of the net. And watch him come through the middle and wipe out the Chicago player right there. Dougie Wilson and Posar all alone for the backhand. 2-0 Oilers.
31-year-old Yaroslav Posar getting the goal. Played for 10 years with his country's national team. Considered one of the toughest players in international hockey in the world. He likes the rugged style. Showing some goal-scoring ability right there. Here's the announcement.
Assisted by number 4, Kevin Lowe, and number 13, Ken Lindsman at 3:47. Edmonton goal scored by Posar. assisted by Lowe and Linsman at 347.
347. Mickey in 186 career games with his national team in Czechoslovakia. He scored 72. Something like that. That's not a bad clip.
He knows where the net is. Oilers making a lot of very quick changes. They're trying to play line for line here. Every face-off, they're right to the bench, and 3 more forwards are out, trying to match them up.
LaRiviere to Lumley. Big Semenko at the blue line, lost it. And Keith Brown fired it ahead. There's a penalty coming up against the Edmonton Oilers. And now it's called. Penalty. Edmonton. The Hawks will go on the power play. This is Hockey Night in Canada from Chicago Stadium. Wilson out near the blue line, waits for it. Seacourt goes the other way, and that's the wrong way because here's Gretzky again. Gretzky in. Took a low shot. Had Bannerman moving, but the goaltender made the stick save. Now Savard finding some room. Look at him go. Down this side, he's got lots of room. Savard going in. Nearly went all the way. Andy Moog knocked it away, but a beautiful rush by Savard. High stick. Hit that puck. Hunter picked it up, so the play continues. The Hawks on the power play have come close thanks to Savard. But that's all. They've come close. Now Larmer is in. He looks for Savard. It comes in front. The blue line, Larmer winding up. Doesn't shoot it. Seacourt in front of Larmer. He's in too far. Now he loses it. The Oilers shoot it to center. And the crowd reacting to the way the Hawks are trying to break through. Larmer again lost it. Edmonton staying right on top. Look at Gretzky. Look at Gretzky. Watch him. Isn't that beautiful? All the way down the ice. Bannerman has to stop it. For Bob Murray, 35 seconds left. In the penalty, the Hawks on the power play, they shoot it in. Here comes Sutter looking for it. Here comes Fraser. It comes to the side of the net. Lysiak goes in there. And again, 99 comes out. Lead pass. Stopped by Wilson. 15 seconds left in the penalty. Back for the Blackhawks and Sutter. He's it out to one side. Nice save by Moog on that shot from the angle.
Well, the Hawks are going to have to get in closer on Andy Moog than that. Preston taking that shot from about 35, 40 feet out. The way Moog has been playing in these playoffs, especially in Game 3 here at the stadium, they are not going to beat him from that distance. They've got to get in closer. Get something point blank, because the little man has played exceptionally well for the Oilers. He was a story here in Game 3, Bob.
9 seconds remaining in the penalty to Semenko of the Edmonton Oilers. It's 2-0. Edmonton leading. They'd love to wrap it up tonight. Sit back and relax and watch the Islanders and the Bruins go at it. Seacourt takes a look. Back to the line. Split the head. Kevin Lowe has his stick on it near the boards. And the Oilers come up with it again in their own zone. That's Linsman racing in. Nearly got his shot away. He was turned around. Linsman again. On the other side is Kevin Lowe. Lowe flipped it in behind the net. Linsman going after his man. They push and shove in there. Deemster has it. Seacourt to center. Played it in, and Moog just steered it behind the net. Semenko on the ice again. Lost it. It's centered to Larmer. Comes to the crease and grabbed by Moog. With a score, Edmonton 2, Chicago 0. This is Stanley Cup 83. Edmonton trying to clear a long shot from the blue line by Wilson was right on. Moog covering the angles, just standing up there. Murray got as far as center. LaRiviere, who assisted on the first goal, scored by Gretzky. Breaks in himself now. Wilson is after him. LaRiviere doing a good job. He finally goes to the ice. Gets back up, trying to force the face-off. It's centered. Gretzky. Back near the line is Coffey. Another shot. Gretzky hit the side of the net. He was roughed up back there by Wilson earlier. Gretzky was. Here's Savard. More great work by Savard. But LaRiviere, I'll tell you, Gary LaRiviere is playing well. Hasn't played in a while, and here he is. Standout so far in this game on the defense for Edmonton. Huddy, the injured defenseman. Chicago, Lysiak to Fox in front with Sutter. They can't get a shot on the net. And the fans are getting restless. They want some action. They want that puck behind Moog. Lysiak again. Flipped it into the side. Crossman couldn't center it. Now Jackson grabs it for Edmonton. A pass ahead, Anderson coming in. Lindstrom with him. Hard shot. Knocked down by Bannerman. Great speed now by both teams. Coming up to the 9-minute mark of the opening period. Crossman going in. Sutter overskates it. Sutter. Bad pass. They're going to go nuts here in a minute, this crowd. Lindstrom gets in. Took a shot. Missed the net. Gregg fired it in front. Scrambled for it. Just missed that far corner. Oilers are flying. Penalized players back on. That's Kenny Linsman, one of them. Coming up to center ice. Fresh legs. Linsman cutting in. Dropped it over and a quick shot by Anderson. Just missed. 2-0 Edmonton. Ludzik trying to clear it. Coming out is Higgins up to center ice. Higgins made a good move at the blue line. And a shot by Fraser was deflected off. Roughing it up now inside that Edmonton line. Look at this for pace. The Oilers break in again. Vogel and wait. It goes in front of the net. The Hawks speed back. They need a goal badly. Fraser upended by Lee Fogelin. Ludzik has it. Centered it. Higgins was covered. Down the ice it goes. Halfway mark of the opening period. Great action. 2-0 Edmonton. Savard goes to the right side. Cuts to the middle. The pass to Larmer. Shot by Larmer. Oh, no problem. In on the boards. They hold it. Larmer went down. Puck is loose. Now it's called. Face-off will be in the Edmonton zone. Hockey Night in Canada will continue in a moment.
But the Hawks could get back into it if they could score next.
Troy Murray is number 19. He's on there now for Chicago with Patterson and Gardner. Bannerman the stop. Into the corner, Murray for Chicago. His pass to the middle. The Hawks bring it out. Gardner on this wing. Dropped it back. Wilson fired one. It's deflected high over the glass and into the crowd. We remind you we'll have updates for you from the island where New York is playing Boston. Brian McFarland is standing by and watching all the action. We'll have highlights for you. Here it's 2-0 Edmonton. Ozar and Gretzky scoring for the Oilers here in the first period. Game 4. Edmonton, they want to wrap it up tonight. But Gardner in. Left it there. Grabbed by Patterson to the side of the net. Patterson coming in. Another chance for him. Down goes Andy Moog, and he knifed it away with Riviere right in front of him. The Hawks keep it on, though. Wilson got the pass. Couldn't get a good shot away. He had to stop the pass with a skate. Patterson again went flying. Oilers dump it out to relieve the pressure. And Wilson is back. Flipped it ahead. Lumley got away from one check. Not the second. Wilson put the grab on him. Patterson coming in. Breaks right in. And a shot away. And the crowd here thought maybe there would be a penalty to Edmonton as Patterson was stopped. Again, the Oilers shoot it down. Here comes Semenko. Now we're getting a penalty. The Hawks will have the net empty. And the extra man on. A pass to Wilson. Wow, what a shot. But no goal, and now the penalty called. Live from Chicago Stadium, the Stanley Cup playoffs.
cut on his nose, but just a 2-minute penalty to Lumley.
11:59, the time of that penalty. 2-0 Edmonton Oilers. Here in the first period as they near the 12-minute mark, intercepted by Curry. Gretzky is in front. He didn't get the pass. Now, 4 Hawks are right across that blue line. Wilson waits for it. Savard shooting. Grabbed by Andy Moog.
Boy, the little guy can do some stuff. Curry and Crossman out there mixing it up now as they got tangled up at the blue line. Dennis Savard had everybody standing still, and he did some dipsy-doodling by himself as he slipped it between the legs of Gretzky. Look at that, on the blue line, but not out, through Gretzky's legs, back into the slot, and bingo. There is the little man, Andy Moog, again.
You're watching one of the most exciting hockey players in the world today. This young man, Dennis Savard.
Well, I'd say we've got the 2 most exciting players with Gretzky and Savard right here, Bob, in the stadium tonight. They both play much similar to each other, the same kind of deeks and dives.
Gretzky now. Flipped the pass ahead. Lindsman is speeding away. Crossman trying to catch him. Lindsman couldn't get the shot. Crossman tied him up. There's Gretzky intercepting again. Breaking it up in center. Lindsman helping Gretzky kill this penalty for the Edmonton Oilers. 1:15 left on the penalty. To Lumley. Greg will shoot it down the ice. The Hawks trailing 2-0. The teams are changing. Lysiak is coming out with it. He has Secord to his left. Skates the other side. Shot from a bad angle. Secord has the rebound. In the corners, Secord took a bump over there. Kevin Lowe. Lowe got to the net. Lowe after his man again. Secord goes in to help. Vogelin lost it. Right in front of the net. Secord again. Pass for Crossman. He was bumped by Hughes. Secord stopped it, but it's in the center ice area. 30 seconds left on the penalty. The Hawks cannot solve the Edmonton Oilers. They're scoreless so far. 2-0. Edmonton with the 2 goals. Now Secord up to the line. He made a move there, and that put the winger offside.
Boy, Big Secord really having a tough time, as are many of the Hawks right now. They're making mistakes and errors that they just don't usually do. They just seem to be so uptight, Bob, that they can't play out there with any relaxed feeling at all. Making some bad passes to each other. The puck is not on the stick, it's in the feet. They're just not able to tee it up and get it done.
They need a shovel over there. A lot of stops and starts near the Chicago bench. And the Edmonton bench, Jake. Offside called up across center as Ludzik was nailed by Vogelin. Lee Vogelin, one of the great leaders of this great hockey team now, Edmonton Oilers. You have to say they're great because they are. He and his wife, Carol, a 7-month-old Rory Joseph, back at home in Edmonton. When the young Oilers, Mickey, looked for leadership, they stopped looking when they got to Lee Vogelin, and they named him captain.
Well, they've got a lot of leaders on this hockey club, Bob, and they do it every time they get on the ice. They just don't leave it for somebody else. Everybody's doing the job out there.
2-0 Oilers. That's Preston trying to hook it in front for Chicago. Sutter has it. Lysiak in the slot. Sutter can't center it. So Lysiak comes in to help him. Lysiak knocked down. The puck is loose. Sutter after it. Lumley after him. Gretzky got rid of it. Down the ice it goes. There goes Anderson. Bumped by Brown. Little pushing and shoving. The play comes back out to center ice. Pass missed by Preston. He failed to hang on to it. Curry slides it back. 5:20 left in the opening period. 2-0 Edmonton. Sutter stopped this one. He waits. Now he gives it away, but there's a penalty coming up on that play. Sutter will go. This Stanley Cup playoff game is coming to you from Chicago Stadium.
Teammates, the hook was made, and the Oilers will go on the power play.
Here it's 2-0 Edmonton with Gretzky. A pass over on the other side. Lowe gets to Gretzky. And he was beaten. The rebound, he score. Bannerman stopped Gretzky, but then Anderson was there for the empty net. And the Oilers are starting to show signs of running away with the series in 4 straight. Not that they didn't show too many signs before this. Watch.
Well, it just took 10 seconds. Gretzky all alone. And Bannerman the first save, the rebound right there with that extra man. There was Anderson, who got hauled down to cause this penalty. And 10 seconds into the power play, it's 3-0 Oilers.
Edmonton goal scored by number 9, Glenn Anderson. Assisted by number 99, Wayne Gretzky. And number 4, Kevin Lowe at 15:01. Edmonton goal scored by Anderson. Assisted by Gretzky and Lowe at 15:01.
15:01, the time of that goal. Number 3 for the Oilers tonight. A power play goal by Anderson. A second power play goal by the Oilers tonight. Ozar had the other. There's a low shot wide of the Edmonton net. Fox let her go. That was tipped wide. Larmer went after it with Secord. 3-0 Oilers here in game 4. Fox at the blue line. Coming in, a weak shot. That stopped and cleared away. Gregg flipped it in across the line. Gregg again. Took a shot. It goes in front of the net. Fox is after it. Cote was upended in front of the goal. 4:05 left in the period. Secord nearly gave it away in front of his own net. Cote stole it. I tell you, Mickey, the Oilers are all over the place. They will not let the Hawks get started. Gregg is at center ice. 3:50 left in the period. Cote flipped in by Hunter. The Edmonton Oilers will make changes all around. Here come the Hawks. Secord from Fox. Secord again. Hooked the high one in as the Hawks want to make some changes. 3.5 minutes to play in this opening period. And here's that smooth skating defenseman. Coffey playing it ahead. Ozar was not flying. Riviere gets a bid for a goal. It was blocked quickly. Lindstrom to Coffey. Lindstrom's shot just wide. Lindstrom again, got it in front, he scored! Number 2 for Pozar, number 4 for Edmonton, 4-0, folks.
Well, they just aren't quitting, Bob. They're just putting tremendous pressure on the Chicago Blackhawks. They can't even get out of their own zone at this point. And the Hawks are helping them out a little bit by throwing that puck away in their own zone. And finally it pays off with this bing, bang, boom passing. Pozar in the slot. Gets that final pass from Lindstrom and bingo, or from Lindsman, I guess, as he went into the corner, and there it is.
We'll get the official scoring play for you in just a second. It's 4-0 at any rate. Edmonton. Ozar's second of the game. So, a big man like Messier is injured. Here's Lysiak getting it into center. Score!
Uh-oh, the light's on. No, referees. Is it in? It's going to be a goal. Myers heading to the box. Boy, that one must have just caught up underneath the crossbar in the webbing, because it came straight down behind Andy Moog. Great play by Lysiak. Over to Sutter, and bingo. Look at this one. Yes, sir. No doubt about it. Right up in the middle underneath the netting. And he digged to his backhand and went back to the forehand and jammed it right up top. And the Hawks are on the board.
So Pozar at 16:49, and now Sutter at 17:12. Long shot just missed the Chicago net. 2:30 left in the period. Here's Lysiak again with Sutter offside.
Scored by number 10, Yaroslav Pozar. Assisted by number 13, Ken Lindsman. And number 19, Willie Lindstrom at 16:49.
Okay, that was the Edmonton
goal
fourth
scored
goal.
by Pozar.
Well, here's a look at that first goal by the Hawks. Watch Sutter. He goes back to the forehand and just scooped it right up underneath that bar. It hit that middle pipe.
27,
That's the
Daryl
reason
Sutter.
it came back out so quickly. I don't think anybody in the rink thought it was
Assisted by
in.
number
And
12,
the light was
Tom
delayed.
Lysiak at 17:12.
17-12, the official time of that Sutter goal. Lysiak got the assist. That's number 4 in the playoffs for Sutter. 4-1 Edmonton. 2:24 to play in this period. Fraser, Ludzik, and Higgins. For Chicago, Gregg now from the blue line. Loose puck in front of the net. Cote was there ready to pounce on it, but Crossman scooped it out. 2 minutes left in the period. Hughes trying to hit Cote with a pass. Ludzik fed it into Fraser. His long shot. Oh, grab that. And the Oilers come right back with 1:50 left in the period. That's Cote stopping quickly. Hughes backhand shot. Went by Bannerman. It just missed the far side. Oilers keep it in. Crossman back there. But the goaltender got it over to Higgins. He has to go back around the net a second time. Higgins clearing it out to Fraser. He lost it. 1.5 minutes left in the period. Hughes slapped it down the ice. Oilers changing very quickly now. That is Bob Murray, number 6. For Chicago to Fraser. Stopped at the line. That for checking. The Oilers are everywhere. 1:10 left in the period. Fraser. That was nearly stopped by Posar. They break it up anyway. Lynchman is back with 1 minute left in the period. Fraser stopped him this time near the Chicago bench. Hawks shoot it in. 50 seconds to play in the period. Here come the Oilers again. Linsman to Lindstrom. Posar on the left. Stopped by Bannerman. Savard dropped it back. 40 seconds to play. Now Brown. Secord. Secord flying to center. Going in on Riviere. Played it over in front. Armour went after it. Secord in there too. It's centered. Scramble forward and 3 Oilers are away. Led by Gretzky. Gretzky in. Beautiful pass. Bannerman a big save. He set up Lindstrom beautifully. The Hawks trailing by 3 here in the opening period. And only 10 seconds to play now in the period. Vogelin looking up at the clock. Goes the other way. 4 seconds left in the period. It's hooked near the blue line and out to center ice. And the siren goes to end the period. Dave Hunter will be talking to Dave Hodge. That was done earlier, and that's a taped interview as Dave talked to Hunter. We'll have Coach's Corner with Don Cherry coming up in our first intermission. The score at the end of the first period is Edmonton 4 and Chicago 1. 2 of the Edmonton goals came on a power play. Posar's first and Anderson's 9th of the playoff. So the second period underway here in Chicago. 4-1 Edmonton. And the Hawks try to do something early in the second period. Lindstrom, or rather Curry, put off stride. He was bumped near center ice. Murray played it ahead. Lysiak rifled it in. There goes Wilson. Up and in. Andy Moog to clear it up on the boards. Bob Murray couldn't keep it in. Anderson got away from a check thrown by Preston. A hard shot by Gretzky. Stopped by Bannerman. Again, the Oilers intercept. Curry takes a look. Fired it over there. And it's in the mesh behind the Chicago goal.
Oh, Yeri Curry really setting up some super opportunities here for the Oilers. You look at Tommy Lysiak from High Prairie, Alberta. Played as junior with the Medicine Hat Tigers. 6 years with the Atlanta Flames.
They say when he was in Atlanta, Mickey, he could have been mayor of that city. Came to Chicago, of course, from Atlanta in '79. He and his wife, Melinda, were married just 2.5 months ago, February. 10th season of the National League. One of the best face-off artists in the league today. Tom Lysiak. Edmonton in control of this 4th game. They're leading 4-1. We're in the second period. We'll have updates for you from Long Island for the Bruins. And And the New York Islanders are going at it. Ryan McFarland is standing by and watching that one for highlight. Armour trying to jump it out for Chicago. Ludzik has it on the boards and lost it. Cote flipped the pass to Gregg. He turns. Let her go. That's knocked down. It comes right to the crease again, and Bannerman had to be careful. The Hawks nearly put it in their own net. That would have been nice here with this crowd. Again, Secord coming in. Passed it in front. Ludzik is stopped. The Oilers are making changes. A pass ahead to Fraser coming in. And he was spun around, couldn't get a shot away. He centered it. Nobody there but Edmonton Oilers. Long pass down on the right side. Here comes Gretzky again. Gretzky centered it. Hawks covering up in front of the net. Crossman over there pushing his man out. It was Hughes standing in front of the goaltender. That's Higgins, and he was bumped, didn't get very far. Riviere got away from a check. Coffey being hounded by Fraser. Coffey, a great skater, really handled that puck up to Gretzky. A pass in. Curry scores! Beautiful move, though, Mickey, by Yari Curry as Gretzky set him up.
Well, I'll tell you, Bob, I would like to see this one back again. The pass came from deep in the Oilers' zone. It looked like Gretzky was over the center line. It should have been an offside pass. But there's a good shot of Curry with a little fake. He held it just a second longer, went to the forehand and slid it underneath Bannerman off that post. It was really close at the center line. Everybody in the stadium was hollering for the offside pass, but nevertheless, 5-1 Oilers. Another beautiful goal set up by Gretzky. And there's your goal scorer, Yari Curry.
.238. Gretzky and Coffey getting assists on that goal. The 5th of the game for the Edmonton Oilers. They're leading now 5-1. From Chicago Stadium, this is Stanley Cup 83 on CBC. Finally, it goes in. Wilson's shot. That's blocked. Cote grabs it for Edmonton. Lost it. Gregg had to go off his skate. And the Oilers come back. Hunter played it over on this side, and they're offside. Cote a little bit behind the play. Brought it in behind the other two.
Well, Ray Cote, Danny, was thrown onto a checking line with Hunter and Hughes. He came off an excellent year down at Moncton with 93 points. Led that team in scoring and really can play both ways very, very well. But with the injuries the Oilers had, Unger got hurt. And Cote filled in with this checking line with Hunter and Hughes. Has done a great job, and he's added that extra offense to the line, and now they can do it both, check and score some goals.
Troy Murray to center ice for Chicago with Gardner and Patterson on the wings. And Cote is number 14. He's on there at center ice for Edmonton. Vogelin pumped over there on the boards. Vogelin has it again. Hughes and Hunter on the wings for Edmonton as the Oilers dump it down the ice to Wilson. He shoots it the other way. This will be icing. Vogelin is back. Icing called against the Chicago Blackhawks. 5-1, Edmonton leading. They've played 3 minutes and 25 seconds of the second period. Kevin Lowe, 24 years old, from Lachute, Quebec, played his junior hockey in Quebec with the Rempart. 4 seasons with the Oilers, was drafted in the first round in the 79 entry draft. He's a bachelor, girls. He and Messier will be going on a cruise to the British West Indies this summer. They're roommates. They bought a condo in Edmonton.
Well, Kevin Lowe, really a defensive defenseman for the Oilers. He had 86 points his last year in junior hockey. And he's filled in and done a great job for the Oilers back at that blue line. Very underrated defenseman. He does a good, steady job, and he can do it both. He can go up and handle that puck, but he's turned into be a real steady defensive defenseman.
5-1, Edmonton Oilers here in Game 4. And the Edmonton Oilers mean business. Here they break in again. Winston up high. Well, he went in there and made 4 or 5 attempts to move Bannerman. And then he did, and then flipped the puck over the crossbar. These Oilers are explosive. I know I'm not the first to say that, nor will I be the last. Beautiful hockey team to watch. The Oilers of Edmonton marching on to the Stanley Cup final. They thought maybe last year, Mickey, they would get a little further, that's for sure. They were upset by Los Angeles, you remember, and that had to be considered as one of the big upsets of the playoff. But they mean business this year. As Glenn Sather said, you know, Bob, they've grown up in 12 months.
Well, another giveaway by the Hawks is Lindstrom, who came over from Winnipeg late in the season for Laurie Boschman. And he backhanded that puck just wide of that goalpost. But I think Dave Hunter said it well with Dave Hodge. He said this team has matured. They're certainly playing like it.
There's Coffey, the smooth skating defenseman, number 7 for Edmonton, again with the puck. Coffey, good play. Anderson, Gretzky with him. Gretzky shot and hit Anderson on the ankle. Anderson to Gretzky, to Coffey. Another shot in wide. It's in the mesh, now out of it. And Bannerman takes a look, skates out himself. Crowd get a charge out of that. Secord played it down the ice. Now a long pass to center, nearly hit Gretzky. Keith Brown ahead to Savard. Savard in behind him to Secord. He and LaRiviere up together. In front, they score! Larmer!
Well, if you're a Blackhawk fan, there's plenty of time. 15:09 to go in period 2. The rough, tough Secord goes in with LaRiviere. Look at this pass. Savard, Larmer, bingo, 5-2. And Larmer makes no mistake. Andy Moog, not a chance on the play. Little Savard just does a little wheelie and bingo.
Secord and Savard assisting on that goal by Larmer, his 5th at 4:51. Hawks in again, Wilson breaking in, and Moog made the save.
They're fired up. Boy, they want more. They want more in this stadium. Listen to them. Standing ovation coming, and they're down 5-2.
It's a young team, the Chicago Blackhawk outfit. You know, they're not going to quit.
You betcha. Here's once again a look at the goal by Steve Larmer, parked right in the crease. No Edmonton players around. You see, it is 5th of the playoffs. Well, funnier things have happened, Bob. Almost 2/3 of the game to play. They're on home ice, and these fans won't quit. You know that.
Stanley Cup update for you from the island where the Boston Bruins are battling the New York Islanders throughout this game. Here it's 5-2, Edmonton, as the Hawks come to life again.
Well, Orville Tessier trying to figure out the magic of the Edmonton Oilers, and Glenn Sather enjoying it, I'm sure, as he watches his team do their thing again, as they've done to so many teams this year in the regular season and the playoffs.
Lysiak, Preston, and Sutter for Chicago. Wilson and Bob Murray are the 2 defensemen. Back to the line. Wilson's drive. He'll get one through yet. He's had several opportunities. Well, the Oilers cover up in front of the net. Preston got in front. Here comes Lysiak. Now they're forechecking. That's Sutter. Bob Murray up the blue line. Will keep it in. Lysiak behind the net. Got it in front of the goal. And the Oilers have to shoot it down the ice to relieve the pressure. And they're all standing here in Chicago. Tonight's Stanley Cup playoff game is coming to you from the Chicago Stadium. Play just underway, and the Oilers go right in on top of the Hawks' net. They keep it inside the line. Gretzky is on there with Anderson. Back in front, Jackson. Nowhere near the net with that shot. Another drive, and that's wide of the Chicago goal. Now the Oilers apply some pressure. Gretzky tried to center it. Anderson goes in to help him. Crossman behind the net. Gretzky after him. Larmer. Back for Crossman. Fox is over there on the other side. Secord hooks it down the ice. Oilers get back, and icing is called against Chicago.
Well, the Oilers turn the speed back on again and almost make it 6-2 here. Bannerman made a good stop with that right pad. Chicago bottled up again when the Oilers turn on that great speed at forechecking. We saw Gretzky do it the other night at the end of the hockey game where he deflected that shot out to center ice. A good defensive move. He can check with the best of them. He doesn't do it that often because he got the puck all the time going on offense, but when he wants to check, he certainly can, along with Curry, one of the best two-way players in the National Hockey League.
Ray Coche with Hunter and Hughes up there for Edmonton. They'll try to contain the Leipzig line. Fraser and Higgins. Chicago trailing by 3. Nearing the 7-minute mark of the second. Fraser shooting it in. The Riviere rifle it on the boards. Cote will move it out. Up the line, and it's offside. This is Hockey Night in Canada from Chicago Stadium. Edmonton at the 7-minute mark of the second period. Bob Murray for Chicago to Lysiak. They're offside. And that's called back.
The first time tonight we've seen Lysiak's line out there against another line other than Gretzky. Now against Linsman.
There's Bob Murray. And there's Lysiak. Bob Murray, 29 years old, from Kingston, Ontario. A lot of famous people from Kingston. Don Cherry comes from Merrimack. There's Bob Murray. It went by him through center. Wilson whipped it ahead. Lysiak is in again. Nice play off the goal post. Sutter dinged one off the goal post. Here comes Preston. Got a stick on it, then was tied up. Pozar brings it out for Edmonton. Pozar coming down. Got a pass over on the left wing. But the Hawks are back covering. Pozar taking Preston in on the board. Nearing the 12-minute mark of the second period. Lysiak didn't see it. Hit a skate. Wilson tying up his man. Allowing Lysiak to hook it back to Murray. Penalty coming up against Chicago.
It'll be Lysiak for high sticking. Pozar ran him in the boards. Lysiak retaliated. The Hawks will go shorthanded.
With a score, Edmonton 5, Chicago 2. This is Stanley Cup 83.
Oilers, the extra man.
Gretzky, Anderson, Murray. Up front for Edmonton. Coffey and Gregg are the two defensemen. There goes Murray after it. Grabbed by Patterson. He got it as far as the line now. He slaps at it and it goes down the ice. Minute 40 left in the penalty as Gregg picks it up. Anderson skates to the right side. Gregg will go that way. There's Anderson to center and Gretzky is in. Anderson has the puck. Dropped it back into the corner. Now watch this puck control by the Oilers. Curry to Gretzky. Gretzky in front. But the shot had hit something to the side of the net. Off the stick of Fox. Gretzky steals it. Gretzky can't get a shot away. And a breakaway. Coming down is Patterson all alone. Patterson. Great save by Andy Moog. Fans were all up on their feet again. But it's still 5-2 Edmonton. Here's Anderson. Heath Bell. Fox couldn't clear it. Gretzky is in front. Goes Curry. And the shot is blocked. Fox. A pass ahead. Crossman to Patterson. Offside.
Boy, Andy Moog made a super save to keep this game at 5-2 as Preston broke in all alone. Was bothered a little bit by Coffey, and there's Gretzky at the other end. Look at him. Looks like he's got it on a string. Finally goes down. He doesn't get the shot through, and away comes Chicago on this breakaway. Greg Fox with the lead up the middle, and the Oilers are caught deep. And it's Patterson, not Preston, that had the breakaway. Look at the save by Moog. Puck was underneath him, and this place was on its edge.
30 seconds left of the penalty. Oilers leading 5-2 on a power play. 20 seconds left on this power play. Lowe's pass, went astray down the ice. Murray is hustling back, and icing is called. Bob Murray, he was the captain of the Memorial Cup winning team from Cornwall in '74, and his coach that year, Orville Tessier. His 8th season with Chicago.
Well, that would have opened it up, I'll tell you, Bob. If Patterson could have tucked that one behind Andy Moog. Talk about going crazy in the stadium.
Lysiak has 13 seconds left on his penalty. The Hawks have the face-off deep inside the line. Wilson drives one and it's deflected just wide. Vogelin trying to clear it out. He does with Lowe. Lowe to center. Lindsman coming in. Offside. Posar in the left wing. Looks back to the linesman, Wayne Bonney, but he was offside. Hockey Night in Canada will continue in a moment. Cote, Hunter, and Hughes for Edmonton. This is Bob Cole with Mickey Redmond and Dave Hodge at the Chicago Stadium. The Oilers lead 5-2 at the halfway mark of the second period. And we'll keep you posted on what's happening down on the island with the Bruins are there against the Islanders tonight. Puck is on the boards. It finally bounces down to the ice. Brown cleared it in. LaRiviere for Edmonton. Hawks stop it. Savard again in a lot of traffic. And Curry is out with Anderson. Here's Curry. Gretzky in front of the net. It's grabbed by Bannerman, and he hangs on to it.
Boy, Tessier right up on top of that bench after Savard is knocked down in the Oilers zone. There you see him complaining. Referee Myers. Really, I don't know. Well, the foot came out of Anderson and just got a piece of Savard's left leg, and down he went. Of course, the partisan crowd here screaming for a penalty. Right now, Bob, these teams are trying to match lines. You see, Tessier now takes the Savard line off the ice. And he's trying to keep them away from Cote's line. Cote, Hunter, and Hughes, the checking line. Now, if they follow form, Cote, Hunter, and Hughes now out against Ludwig should go right to the bench for an Oiler change after the puck's in play.
Another big crowd again tonight, over 20,000. Mickey, the largest crowd was 28,000 in the mid-50s for the first middleweight fight between Sugar Ray Robinson and Rocky Graziano. Those were the days.
Oh, 28 grand. Imagine.
The teams are at full strength now, and the Hawks are starting away, trailing by 3 goals. Keith Brown lugging it in, shoots it ahead. He was hit hard by Brown. And it was gloved ahead. It's called. They didn't hear the whistle over there. The Oilers started to move. Live from Chicago Stadium, the Stanley Cup playoffs. Said he was 20. Sorry, Mickey. Said he was 23. He won't be 23 actually till this Friday. Hawks #1 draft choice in '79, Keith Brown. Born in Newfoundland in Corner Brook. Here's Lysiak. Right in front of the net, and it was knocked away by the Oilers. But I'll tell you, these Hawks aren't coming close. 5-2 Edmonton. Jackson trying to clear it. Preston on top of him. Brown has it at center. Play ahead. Gregg intercepted. Laid it ahead. Hunter got it back to him. And the Hawks are back. That's Beamster turning around. Okay, watching him. Now Sutter's pass. Preston cannot catch up to it. Gregg ball. Gregg again cleared it up. High shot off the glass. Gretzky. Laid it ahead for Hunter. Knifed in. Curry was covered. Oilers changing. Gregg dropped it back. Jackson to center ice. This is Curry to Gretzky. Hit a snake. The Hawks again break away. Savard going in. Twisting. Turning. Still has it. Made it back. And it goes all the way back into the Chicago zone.
Savard is hurt. Savard, Bob, is down at the far end. He's just up and getting to the bench now.
8 minutes left in the period. 5-2. Edmonton leading. They hold it on the boards, and they get a whistle.
Boy, Denny Savard has hurt a knee. He was twisting and turning down in the Edmonton zone and went down on that knee somehow and was very slow to get up. He barely made it over to the Chicago bench. Now see what happened, if we can find out how he may have hurt himself here. Look at the, well, there's a little knee coming in there. That's what it was. Who was that, Anderson, number 9, I think? And that's what it is, his left knee. They're throwing some ice on it over there in the Chicago bench right now. Boy, they could ill afford to lose him.
And don't forget, Brian McFarland is watching the game down on the island. Boston is there. We'll keep you up to date on that one on our Stanley Cup update. Here's Wilson taking his shot here. It's a 3-goal lead by the Edmonton Oilers, but the Hawks are storming back here. A pass back to the blue line, and Murray has to hustle back. Hoser watching him. Low coming back for Edmonton. Bumped on the boards. But Linsman will come out of the zone. Speeding away to center. Hoser on his left. Linsman's shot. Hit the stick of Wilson. Linsman knocked his stick away. Wilson has it back now. And Murray went after the puck coming in. Murray shot. Larmer again. Great action. And the Oilers are away. Hoser bumped by Wilson. Back in front it comes. A shot by Lindstrom hit the side of the net. LaRiviere will hustle back for Edmonton. 7 minutes left in the period. Here's Coffey to Anderson. Overstates it. Puck bouncing high. Comes right down to Keith Brown. Coffey again. Coffey to the far side. Brown went after him. But Coffey got rid of the puck, and it's in behind the Chicago goal. Lysiak on the ice again with Sutter on the left. Larmer still on the ice, trying to get off. Now he's going off. Anderson with Gretzky and Curry. Slapped back by John Lysiak. Anderson to Gretzky. Stopped by Brown. Lysiak rolled it in, and LaRiviere there for Edmonton. Preston from center. To Bingster backing up. To Brown again. Shoving it ahead. Preston going in. 6 minutes left in the period. 5-2 is the score. Edmonton leading. While the Hawks are still alive in this series. And they're battling for another one now. In back of the net is Sutter. LaRiviere all over him. Bouncing him on the boards. Anderson backhands it down the ice. Out of the net, Bannerman. Lysiak. Stopped at center by Curry. And Jackson. Rink wide pass, knocked down at center ice. Here's Gretzky. Fell, got back up, let it go. And that's high and off at last. Crossman now, Hunter watching it carefully. There's Fraser for Crossman. Preston will have to come back to help him. Crossman hitting Fraser with that pass. Kurt Fraser nearly got it up. And a penalty coming up against the Edmonton Oilers. This Stanley Cup playoff game is coming to you from the Chicago Stadium. Play just underway. Greg of Edmonton has a holding penalty. Chicago on the power play. Larmer with Crossman behind him waiting for it. Larmer goes in front with it. Savard fanned on the shot. And Linsman tipped it up to Gretzky. The penalty killers, Linsman and Gretzky. With Lowe and Fogelin. Now Gretzky is going off. Minute 30 left in the penalty. Larmer to center with Savard and Secord coming in. Out of the net mode. Secord in looking for the loose puck.
Took a funny bounce off that board. Dennis Savard is back out onto the ice, Bob, but you can see he's favoring that left knee. The Hawks tried to move that puck over to him. The puck jumped over top of the stick as he tried to jam it in from the face-off circle. Something similar to the goal he scored the other night on a power play to tie the game at 2. And here's a look at Savard when he doesn't have the puck, trying to get in position. You see he's really not skating all that well, but Savard on one leg. can still do some things.
And he's out there now to take this face-off. Secord parked to his right, along with Larmer, and Wilson just in behind. However, Edmonton with the draw, they get rid of it. 1:15 left in Gregg's penalty. 4:15 in the period. 5-2. Edmonton leading, but the Hawks looking stronger in the second period. Here's Secord. He gave it away. And Lowe didn't waste any time shooting it down the ice. Bob Murray. Up to center is Larmer. Larmer dropped it. Here's Wilson, but he can't catch up to it. Really got a break as it hit Hughes, but Hughes shoots it down the ice. And now 40 seconds left in the Edmonton penalty. Gretzky is on there again. Murray brings it in. Lysiak flipped it ahead for Preston. The Riviera is bumped by Preston. Lysiak going in after the puck, and he comes up with it. Lysiak finally lost it, and it's called. We have a Stanley Cup update for you now, so here's Brian McFarland.
The goals are coming fast on Long Island now as the Islanders have moved in front of the Boston Bruins 5-2. Butch Goring having a good playoff series, and Dwayne Sutter team up on this one. Sutter finds the net behind Pete Peters, and the score again, 5-2, the Islanders in front.
Here it's Edmonton 5 and Chicago 2. This is Bob Cole with Mickey Redmond and Dave Hodge at the Chicago Stadium. 3:29 left in the second period. Randy Gregg of Edmonton has 25 seconds left in his penalty. Here's Keith Brown getting in good position to Wilson. Tried to flip it in front. It hit Gretzky. Wilson again. Can they keep it in? I don't think so. It's out over the line. And the Oilers flip it ahead. Brown brings it back. Keith Brown to Wilson. To Lysiak. Backhand shot by Lysiak. Didn't miss by much. Gregg is back on the ice. Edmonton has killed his penalty, but here's Sutter. Went for the short side and missed it. Outside the line it comes. Back in, offside call.
Boy, the Hawks really didn't get a lot going on that power play. Sutter a good chance right near the end as Randy Gregg got back onto the ice. Boy, they just could not seem to get good control of the puck and get a good shot on goal on Andy Moog. Oilers do a great job when they're shorthanded. Of course, they've got a record-setting 10 shorthanded goals this season in the playoffs.
Hozar has 2 goals for Edmonton. Gretzky, Anderson, and Curry. The others, Sutter and Larmer for Chicago. 2:40 left in the period. That's Brown back to touch it. Edmonton called for icing. Keith Brown, I got to tell you something, Mick. Don't take him on in arm wrestling. He won the NHL Arm Wrestling Championship in Las Vegas last summer.
He's a big, strong boy, I'll tell you. Got great upper body strength. You saw what he can do when he used that body a few moments ago as he crashed Randy Gregg in behind Andy Moog on the boards.
Where did I get that? He won the Arm Wrestling Championship.
Don't ask me.
I don't know.
Don't ask me. Well, I don't think she'd win an arm wrestling championship, but she doesn't need to.
Kevin Lowe for Edmonton to Anderson. To center ice. Gretzky on his right. Anderson himself hooks the shot. A high one. Gretzky now behind the net. Anderson was parked in front, but Brown was watching him. There's Anderson. Kevin Lowe is back here. Lowe takes a shot. That was deflected high. I think Bannerman might have got a piece of it. Hit something in front. Then I believe Bannerman got his glove on it. 2 minutes, 5 seconds left in the period. And the Hawks trailing by 3. Secord coming in with Larmer and Savard. Larmer got away from the check. Brown let her go. Rebound is there, but the Oilers are too. And Gretzky is away to center. Coming in, Gretzky. Beautiful save.
Look out.
By Murray Bannerman.
Look out. Boy, Anderson really went flying in there. The Hawks doing some back checking. Gretzky with that long drive. Good save by Bannerman. And in the ensuing action after that is Anderson with that great speed looking for a rebound. I think it may have been Savard and Secord that sandwiched him up against the net. Look at it now. Feimster and Curry down there. Look at this save by Bannerman. Good shot from behind the net. That's what he would see. And here comes Anderson, Secord, and Feimster, I guess it is. Larmer with a little additional shove in there. 1:44 to go. Still 5-2 Oilers. The Hawks have had their chances here in the second period. Is that they come on, but they just haven't been able to do anything with their power play, Bob.
Veteran Bob Myers in charge of tonight's hockey game, with Wayne Bonney and Ray Scapanello, the linesman. A minute 44, as you see, remaining in the period.
Hawks come into this game 4 for 12 on the power play, 33%.
Hunter scores! A drive in a big circle by Dave Hunter, and he whipped the backhander by Bannerman, and the Oilers have that 4-goal lead back.
Well, right off the face-off, Bob. Hunter picked up that loose puck. It came back from Cote, and bingo. He let a good backhand shot go as Higgins could not catch him. And Bannerman may have been partially screened on that, as Pat Hughes was parked in front of the net, being tied up by a Hawk defenseman. And there's your 4-goal lead again.
Number 14, Ray Cote at 18:20.
18:20, the time of the goal. Chicago going right in after it again, and it's held against the side of the net, so they'll get a face-off in the Oilers' zone. Hunter, his fourth from Cote, 18:20 the time, the official scoring play on that 6th goal for Edmonton. Dave Hunter, he was a New Year's baby 23 years ago, born in Petrolia, Ontario. Played his junior hockey in Sudbury. Defensive specialist, scoring here tonight for the Oilers. And their 6th goal on the evening. Minute and a half left in the period. Kevin Lowe. Pass ahead to center. Golfed in by Hughes. The Hawks come back. 1:15 left in the period. Lowe stopped it near center. To Fogelin to Lowe. And Hunter racing down again. Going in against Cross. Jams on the brink. Shot away from Cross. Missed a check thrown by Troy Murray. Here's Fogelin. Shot. Deflected away from the net. Hughes has it. 50 seconds left. Back of the goal. That's Hunter with Cote. And Fox now for Chicago. Out come the Hawks. A long pass ahead to Patterson was in too far. The goaltender, Andy Moog, playing it. 35 seconds to play in the period. Cote and Pozart coming in. Cote going to the Edmonton bench as they change. 25 seconds left in the period. Lysiak's pass to Murray. Bob Murray slides it in, and Pozart brings it back. He's got 2 goals tonight. Linsman going in with Lindstrom in front of the net. And it's broken up quickly by the Blackhawks. Wilson to center. 6 seconds left. He's stopped by Jackson on the Oilers. Linsman, 4 seconds left. At the line. Takes a shot, put it on. Bannerman stopped it as the siren goes to end the second period. And the score at the end of the second period is Edmonton 6 and Chicago 2. Dave Hodges here along with us for this, the 4th game of the series, and the Oilers lead going into this third period 6-2. Play just underway to start the third. Puck flying over the boards at the Oilers bench, and it's called. It was 4-1 at the end of the first period. And in the second period, Curry, his 5th of the playoff. Hunter, his 4th, around the Larmer goal. 6-2. Lysiak with Sutter and Preston for Chicago. Murray, and this is Wilson with the puck, the defenseman of Chicago with the two minors. And Hunter dropped the major and the minor. So now Feimster will start out for Chicago. To the line with Troy Murray. Patterson with him. Patterson on the board. Stopped by Randy Gregg. And Greg to Lindstrom. Lindstrom is out there also for Edmonton. North side at the moment for Skaters aside. Lindstrom dropping it back. Now the Oilers organizing. The play to center ice. Lindstrom coming in. Take the shot. Trying to let it go when he got around Patterson. And Patterson took a hold on him. Pulled him off to the board. Lindstrom nearly stole it and went in. Troy Murray with Brown back there, taking it for Chicago. Brown coming out, hitting center ice, away from Lindsman. Rattles one in off the board. The Hawks making changes. Troy Murray and Brown go to the bench. Lutzik is on there with Crossman. And Fogelin for Edmonton, backing up. Then it ahead. Feimster will play it down for Fraser. Fogelin went after him. Fogelin bumped him in on the boards. It comes to Gretzky. Good move by Gretzky, fooling Kurt Fraser. Dropped it back. Lowe nearly lost it. Now Fraser intercepting Lowe's pass. Going back in, Lowe chasing him. Lutzik has it for Fraser. Fraser centered in right in the crease. The Hawks keep it in. Lutzik. Gretzky covering twice. Finally, Curry gets it up to center ice and drops back with it. Gretzky turning with him. Now Gretzky to Curry. He'll drop back again. There's still four skaters aside. As the Oilers, Coffey coming in, looking good on this one. Coffey dropped it back, Gretzky shot. Good save by Bannerman. What a play by Coffey and Gretzky. Threaded the needle with that pass to Gretzky. Crossman centered it. In the crease again, Andy Moog hangs on. This is Hockey Night in Canada from Chicago Stadium. Bob Cole, Mickey Redmond, and Dave Hodge at the Chicago Stadium. Mike Bossy scored 35 points in 1981. That's the playoff record. Gretzky, who has the puck now, 1 point behind. He is 34. By the looks of things now, he's a few games to go yet. Wayne Gretzky. All you got to do now, Mick, is just remember the records he doesn't have.
There aren't many of those.
That's the easier way to do it. Secor coming in. Into the corner quickly is Bill Gardner. For Wilson again. Gardner tried to feed it in front and could not. Coffey covered it. Gardner after him. But LaRiviere into the lineup tonight. Charlie Huddy was injured in Sunday's game. And LaRiviere, number 6, playing a strong game tonight for Edmonton. With a score, Edmonton 6 and Chicago 2. This is Stanley Cup 83. Now in 45 seconds, Chicago will go on the power play. They're trailing by 4 goals. Patterson, a weak shot, gloved by Andy Moog, and he hangs on to it. Moog has been steady in the playoffs. He's played all the games. Had a great year the year before. Last year, a little bit shaky, up and down, Wichita and Edmonton. But Glenn Sather, as I said at the top of the show, is very happy the way he has been playing. He says he's come of age. He's his goalie now.
He also said he won the game for him the other night, Game 3. And Chicago outshot the Oilers drastically. And the little guy kept them in there until they could do their own scoring.
Ote dropped it back. The Hawks break it up, though. 2 of them come in. Troy Murray. Patterson with him. Murray hit the side of the net from a sharp angle. Here is Murray all alone. And he went off balance. Couldn't quite step into that puck the way he wanted to. Got a fair shot away, but he had to hurry it. Now Cote shoots it in and races to the bench for the change. 10 seconds from now, the Hawks will be on the power play for 3 minutes. Curry looking for it. Gretzky is in there now. Now, Larmer's out of the penalty box. And the Hawks have the power play. Pass by Lysiak. Nobody there. And the Oilers shoot it down the ice again.
That's happened too many times for the Hawks tonight as well.
Here they come. Sutter goes to the right side. Preston carries the puck, dropped it back. Sutter missed it. Bob Murray up the blue line with Sutter in the corner. Lysiak trying to get it back. Gretzky is there. And it's down the ice again. Bob Murray against Lindsman. Stopped him. Wilson nearly got in. Vogelin broke it up. Vogelin again hit his man on the boards. That was Sutter. And Lysiak has to come back. 2 minutes, 8 seconds left on the power play now for Chicago. They lose it again. Lysiak to Lindsman. And it was poked away by Bannerman. He had to be good to stop Lindsman. Preston racing in with Sutter and Wilson. And down goes Vogelin. He missed the puck though. Preston back to the net. In the corner, and he's jammed in on the boards by Kevin Lowe. Pat Hughes to the line at center is Lindsman. Hughes is in. He's offside. And it's called. Now we've got a Stanley Cup update for you, and here again is Brian McFarland. And here at Chicago, this is Bob Cole with Mickey Redmond and Dave Hodge, where the Oilers are winding her down in the series. They're leading 3-0 and 6-2 on the board with 9:20 left in the third period. And they're just getting rid of it now and checking the Chicago Blackhawks. The Hawks in again on the offside. Secord has been rather silent in this series. Not the Al Secord we know. He and his father last Friday night hired a rink here in Chicago for a couple of hours. Just like in the old days, Al said, when Dad and I would get together and see if we could figure something out. But it hasn't quite worked for Secord and the Hawks.
Well, he's had a tough time, and like many of the Hawks, they're very frustrated by the persistence of the Oilers and their great speed. And the Hawks are not in sole company that the Oilers have done to them in this series. Doing it to a lot of teams.
Coming out at center, Ludzik got the pass. Beamster to Ludzik, getting in close. At Higgins in the corner. Look at the Oilers checking down. They're good in their own end. That used to be a weakness with this Edmonton team. Not anymore. Hawks are in on a power play. They score! Fraser, finally! And now, they are within 3.
Well, they've still got a long way to go, but finally they bust the ice. Hunter does come out of the penalty box as the 5-minute penalty was served first, so he was on the latter part of his 2-minute penalty when Fraser scored the goal, so he will come out, and the teams will be even-handed. There's Fraser coming out of the corner all alone, pulled it around Randy Gregg and deked it in the far side.
Assisted by number 29, Steve
Kurt
Ludzik,
Fraser, 25 years old, born in Cincinnati, Ohio. Played junior with Victoria Cougars, Vancouver's second choice in the '78 amateur draft. Played 4 years with the Canucks before coming to Chicago this season. His 4th of the playoff. Kurt Fraser from Ludzik and Higgins at 11:23. A power play goal for Chicago. Six to 3 with 8:20 remaining in the third period. Hockey Night in Canada will continue in a moment. Play just underway as it comes to center ice. Bannerman covers up as the Oilers shoot it in. Hughes took a shot right in front of Cody, and Bannerman had to go down again, and he had to be very alert. 6-3 the score in this game here in Chicago. It looks like, Mickey, the Oilers have this one in complete command now with 7:52 left. And the Islanders will be at Boston on Thursday night. Should this series end tonight, it looks like it now, we'll be on the air Hockey Night in Canada to bring you all the action from the Boston Garden to the New York Islanders, 7:30 Eastern Time, Thursday. On the road to the Cup 83. And the Oilers are going to be in it.
The Oilers are well on that road, Bob. They're going to be so happy to get out of here winning this series in 4. They can go back to Edmonton, rest guys like Messier, Huddy, rest the minor hurts that they've received from the Hawks in this series, and sit back, and they're probably hoping the Bruins and the Islanders knock each other around pretty good tonight. Thursday night again, hope for maybe a Game 6 if the Bruins can come back against the Islanders, and the Oilers can sit back and enjoy it, prepare for that big final, their first ever.
Big crowd here at the Chicago Stadium, naturally disappointed as Captain Lee Mogulin looks on. Fox, the Crossman, Preston planned on it. The Edmonton Oilers will leave right after this game tonight and fly back to Edmonton and rest up for the big showdown, the best of 7 for the Stanley Cup 83. Lysiak, planned on it. It comes in front. Back to the line as Lindstrom shot. It's a goal post. Comes right in behind. Bannerman off the post and out the other side. Lindstrom coming close. He's in again. Centering it. It's through the crease. Now then, Kevin Lowe takes dead aim. Lets her go. And Bannerman picked that out. And Lowe again. Into the corner. That's Lindstrom. Lysiak stopped it. 6:40 left in the game. In the third period. Sutter stopped it with a skate. Now Sutter. Fox. That shot wide. 6:30 remaining in the third period. 6-3 Edmonton. Wilson dumped it in. The Hawks get rid of it. That was Patterson flipping it to one side in the corner. Oilers back. Lindstrom. He'll move it out. Wilson nearly lost it to Lindstrom again. Lindstrom bumped at center ice. Roy Murray turn around. Fraser's pass to Brown, the big defenseman on the move again. Keith Brown going in. He was spun around and couldn't get a shot on the net. Fraser can't find it. Play is called. The boy!
The puck got tied up in Kurt Fraser's equipment somewhere as Coffey tried to bang it around the boards.
Live from Chicago Stadium, the Stanley Cup playoffs. Have to wait a while in the National League.
Well, he's very disheartened at this point, but nevertheless, he knows that his hockey club has been beaten by a much superior hockey club in the Oilers, and nothing to hang your head about when it comes to that. The Oilers are just a very superior club.
Curry for Edmonton. Troy Murray lost to Gretzky. No shame in that. They've been doing that for 4 years now in this league, in 20 cities. Murray got it back. At 21 cities. He'll do it at home once in a while. What an understatement. Beamster, number 3 up the line to Fraser. LaRiviere fired one to center. 5:20 left in the third period. The big crowd here in Chicago, naturally disappointed. They're offside at the line. Mickey, the first game the Chicago Blackhawks played here was in 1929. They defeated Pittsburgh 3-1 in their very first game. And the first goal, believe it or not, was scored by a fellow by the name of Vic Ripley.
Believe it or not.
Actually, he got the first 2.
Well, there's been a lot of exciting moments in this building over the years. The days of Bobby Hull, Stan Mikita, Pat Stapleton, Billy White, Jimmy Pappin.
A lot of stuff. FDR was nominated for president here. Twice, as a matter of fact, in 32, 36. Joe Louis started his boxing career here. Golden Gloves. He was knocked out. The year before, he got going in boxing seriously and won the championship from Jimmy Braddock here in Chicago at Comiskey Park. The Hawks coming in. Secord couldn't pick up the pass. 4:44 left in the third period. And the Oilers now called for icing. This Stanley Cup playoff game is coming to you from Chicago Stadium. That's Fraser in the corner for Chicago. Higgins lost it. Couldn't get a shot away. It was played out across the line to center with 4:25 remaining in this third period of Game 4. The Oilers coasting to wrap it up tonight. Gregg drops it back. Long shot in. There's a telegram down in the Oilers dressing room about 15 feet long, and it came from Calgary. Signed by I don't know how many fans. Nobody would dare count it. Bring the Stanley Cup back to Alberta. Will you please, Oilers? Calgary fans behind the Oilers. And they're doing their stuff tonight. Breaking to center ice now. Hughes went in. Took a backhand shot. Stopped by Bannerman. 3:40 left. Fraser to center ice. Pushed off the puck. Vogelin always working. It's fired in by Posar, a 2-goal man tonight for the Edmonton Oilers. He got to play when Messier had a shoulder injury. Glenn Sather decided to rest one of his big guns tonight. Messier. Off the bench is Posar, this man, and he scored twice. Charlie Huddy, a bad back. They hope to get back to Edmonton. They'll be ready for the final. Here's Lensman. He was stopped. Don't forget Thursday night. We'll have the Islanders at Boston for you on Hockey Night in Canada. Gardner to Larmer. His shot blocked by Moog. 2:45 left to play in the third period. Teamster lost it. Posar again nearly got in. The Hawks coming out. Gardner's at center. His long pass. That's knocked down. Gardner again missed it. Oilers, Gretzky on the boards. Gretzky doing wonders now. Dropped it over on the other side. A shot by Coffey didn't get through. Brown went in there to help. Secord coming out. 3 Oilers after him right away. Lysiak now with 2 minutes 5 left in the third period. Bob Murray being watched by Gretzky. Bill Gardner of Chicago and Gretzky, very good friends. They played junior together in Peterborough. Bill got married last summer, and Big 99 was there for the ceremonies. But they're not friends now. Not out there for a moment anyway. There's Gretzky. Flipped it behind the net. 1:40 left. Preston for Chicago. The fans are starting to leave. They don't want to. They had a great year here in Chicago. Orville Tessier and the Hawks want to be proud of themselves. They brought the big crowds back here to this beautiful building. This nostalgic building here in Chicago.
Listen to this. It's all over for them. And it's another standing ovation for the defeated Blackhawks. And it has been a very good year for the Hawks. They suffered through 4 or 5 very difficult seasons here as attendance fell down to 10, 11, 12,000. And now every game this year, many of them sold out, over 18, 20, 21,000. And their fans now, with only 1:15 seconds to go, some appreciation as they stand and cheer their Hawks as they trail 6-3 to the Oilers.
There's Pat Hughes breaking up a Chicago play inside the line. Hunter fired it around. A minute left now. And the Oilers are that far away from going into the Stanley Cup final against the winner of Boston, New York Islanders. And we'll have their next game on for you Thursday night on Hockey Night in Canada from the Boston Garden. 45 seconds left in this third period. The fans are standing here in Chicago, applauding their team.
I believe this crowd. That's great to see.
30 seconds to play. And the crowd now rising as one, applauding the Blackhawks. That should give them something to think about over the summer. This Hawk team is young. They'll be back. 15 seconds left now, and that's how far the Oilers are away from celebrating this championship. The Clarence Campbell Championship. The last shot on the net for the Hawks this year. This game is over. The Edmonton Oilers off the bench. Glenn Sather congratulated by Peter Miller over there, one of his staff.